5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, episode 2, the Trendy Husky podcast. We made it to 2.
We did make it to 2.
We made it to 2.
Baby steps, right?
Baby steps.
Baby
One
steps,
episode at a
slowly.
time.
Exactly.
One at a time.
Not look ahead too far.
No, not too far. Across the table from me, we got Danny Blue Eyes. Woohoo! I am your host, Yassi, a.k.a. Frenchy.
The French man.
There you go. And in production, we got beautiful Ollie.
Hey, guys.
All right. How are you?
I'm doing well, my man. First time I'm feeling well in a few days. We did have a long night on Saturday.
We did.
And,
we were watching the fights.
We were watching the fights. We had a few glasses of whiskey.
Just a little bit.
We played. What did we do? We played some skee ball, right?
We did play some skee ball. I beat you once. You beat me a couple of times.
Yeah,
was not
neither here or there. But I feel like a few glasses of whiskey, and me being 29 now, I don't get up as quick as I used to be.
It takes you longer, doesn't it? It just sucks.
It's weird. The hangovers went from half a day to a day. Now they're about 2 full days now. So I thank you for not doing this podcast on Monday.
No problem. We did say every 3 days. So I want to make sure that we want to be regular. So we want to be doing this every 3 days.
Okay.
We will be having some guests, so watch out for the announcements. We have some guests coming to the show, so we're very excited about that.
Exactly. We only could talk to each other for so long,
For
right?
so long, man. All right, so got some news for you. FYI, I did want to mention this. So we are a sport-minded podcast, but we still want to cover some world news that are important or that we feel like we want to discuss. So with the COVID going on right now and everything is going on about the coronavirus and stuff, Europe is opening its doors in July 1st.
Are they now?
So countries are feeling a little better. Italy, France, Denmark, Germany.
A little bit for now, right?
A little bit for now.
For now.
But it is very interesting because even though they are opening their doors, you and I still can't go. Americans are not allowed. No, they're not
so
allowed.
Who's all allowed? Are they just allowed to travel within Europe?
I was looking at the list. It honestly, it's not. I was like, okay, is it like some BS, like some BS politics or what? I saw some countries that were like from the third world country. Like I saw Algeria, I saw Morocco. You know what I mean? Like
that are allowed to travel.
That are allowed to travel to Europe.
Okay.
I believe Morocco and Algeria are still gonna have their doors closed. I'm not sure about that, but I do know that the European Union are not allowing anyone coming from the U.S.
Wow.
Yeah.
So no one from the States could fly there for how long? Is it just till...
They are opening in July 1st, so we don't know as of right now because we are having over 42,000 new cases a day.
That's insane.
It is.
That is absolutely insane.
And talking about that, Dr. Fauci went to...
Is that how you say it?
Dr. Fauci.
Dr.
Fauci.
I love how you added the ouchie in there.
It's like that Boston accent.
I was like, all right.
He went to Congress today, and they were talking to him about what's going on and stuff, and it's very scary what he said. He said that we might be looking at 100,000 new cases a day if we don't get our act together.
That's insane.
100,000 new cases. That means it's just about time for you and I to get it. Or for everyone around to get it.
Scary, isn't it?
Super. It is super scary. I'm so worried about toilet paper because I feel like that's what... People, please don't freak out about your toilet paper. I do have a good advice for you. There is something called a bidet. You can order it for about 20.
That's a European.
That's a European thing, and it washes the whole thing for you. Just saying.
I've never used one, so I can't even comment on it. I don't know.
You haven't used one?
No, I have not used one.
They're
do you have one in your house?
I do. I have both
of
my...
Of course you do. You would have one in your house, wouldn't you?
In both my bathrooms, I have one. Okay. But they're super good. And they're $20, $30. You know what I mean? Like, instead of me freaking out over toilet paper, like, toilet paper. Calm down.
People were freaking out.
They
over
were
toilet
freaking
paper.
out about toilet paper.
I remember when my girl heard about the quarantine, she freaked out. We ran to the store. She grabbed everything she could. She even grabbed like canned shrimp. I'm like, why did you grab canned shrimp? And I swear, to this day, it's still sitting in our cabinet.
And I still
uneaten.
You told me about this
Uneaten.
story on Saturday, and I'm still telling you right now. Let me know how it tastes. I've never heard of canned shrimp.
I remind
before.
her every few days. I let her know. By the way, it's still in there when you freaked out. So
I've never heard of canned shrimp.
me
But
neither until she bought it. That's the
interesting.
thing.
That is going to be an interesting one. So please, people, I know there's a big concern about masks, no masks. Let's please be safe out there. I mean, wear your masks. I get it. A lot of people can't breathe. You have asthma. And I get it. I know it's hard. I'll tell you even a story that happened to one of my niece. She went to the store with her mom. They were shopping. They had the masks on. And she fainted, dropped on her face.
Really?
And she broke a tooth. And then she had to go to the
sounds
dentist.
terrible,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. This just happened about 2 weeks ago. So I get a lot of people that have concerns about oxygen, but it's still the safest way. If they're telling you they're the experts, and I get it, we shouldn't believe everything they say and whatever. But this is only getting worse.
Mm-hmm.
This is only getting
It's
worse.
record highs. It's worse than back in March and April.
You said Horny Corners is gonna close.
Yeah, actually, all the beaches in LA County.
Wait,
are
by the way,
closed.
Horny Corners is a beach in Long Beach, so that's
As you
where we
see, I'm
usually.
repping LB today.
There you go. That's
as
why we
always.
usually go for our 4th of July,
For our
like
festivities,
barbecues and
yes.
festivities and stuff. But now this year we can't do that because what? Just because of the COVID?
Yeah, all because of the COVID. I know LA's had a record. LA counties had a record amount of cases here recently per day. So from July 3rd to July 6th, all the beaches in LA County are closed. So no
is
4th of
nuts.
July celebrations.
Nothing.
No fireworks. No beaches.
And this is because people went crazy when they let them out. They went crazy about
Exactly.
everything. So we gotta take it easy, people. If we want to have our lives going back to normal eventually, we have to take it easy. It is what it is.
Easier
it's
said than done, right?
I get it. But dude, I've been locked here. I don't get out much, as you see.
Yeah, it's nice to see you out there on Saturday.
Well, yeah, the first time I went on in a long time.
First
Yeah,
time
I
in a
don't
while.
go to bars. I don't go to the beach, and I live like a couple blocks away from the beach. I haven't been to the beach this year. I haven't, and I'm okay with that because I want to have a normal life eventually.
Is that because of quarantine or your beach body ain't ready?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. Damn,
Just
putting my
kidding.
business out
I see you
there.
eating good meat these days. So sorry.
Damn, man.
Dad bods are the thing right now.
That is true.
They're in.
I'm in, so be careful. Okay, well, something else we're gonna do before we go into our sports news. We're gonna actually give the mic to Olivia because there's something else interesting in the news, and that's about the Golden State Killer. And we all know how Olivia loves her crime.
She really
How
does.
She
My
really.
true
I've
crime.
seen her talk a few hours.
My
I
God.
could
I
talk your
love
head
hearing
off
you
about
talk,
it.
but I did have to tune
So,
out after.
so
a
explain
while.
to us what's going on with this guy.
Okay, so the Golden State Killer is named that because he terrorized mostly Southern California from 1974 to 1986. He committed 120 burglaries, 50 rapes, and 13 murders.
Okay.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah, he started with burglary as the Visalia ransacker. Then he
The Visalia
Yeah, like these
ransacker.
old-timey
Who created
names.
that?
I know. So
Don't even
he
know what
was
that
he was
means.
doing that
That's a big
from
word
like
for
74 to 75, April to December. Then he was the East Area rapist in Sacramento, San Joaquin County, Stanislav.
So how did they catch him?
So what back then, like, you would still leave DNA, but nobody knew what DNA was.
Right.
That's
Mostly
true, yeah.
how they tied people to crimes was with, like, besides fingerprints, it would be, like, mostly circumstantial evidence. Like, your blood type could be considered circumstantial evidence if they
Okay.
found blood that was the same type as yours, basically. But they didn't have, like, DNA. So this guy's leaving his DNA everywhere. And once he went down into Santa Barbara, Ventura, and Orange County. Like, he committed a murder in Dana Point, which isn't that far from here.
Oh, wow, that's real close.
So
And
actually, I
in
did hear
Irvine,
something
too.
that while he was committing his crimes, whatever they were, I heard he was actually making himself like a sandwich.
Oh,
And he
yeah.
would be, like eating,
Oh, yeah,
while
yeah.
which is like
Yeah,
I
So-
get he was
Probably
sick,
working up
but
an
that's
appetite, you
that's
know?
a whole nother level
It's
of being
a
sick.
it's a power thing. It's a power play. So he'd come in the house, wake them up with like shining flashlights in their face, have the woman tie up the man, and then take the woman into like the other room, tie her up. He would go to the kitchen, get like dishes, like and stack dishes on the guy's back. So if he moved, he would hear him, and he's like, "If I hear you move, I'm gonna kill her."
Oh
And then
my
he would
God.
like assault the woman for hours and hours.
Oh Jesus! Okay, let's
Yeah.
what's
And
up?
make himself
I don't even.
I
and-
see her gaining more steam here.
And
I
make
feel like
himself
she's
a
getting
sandwich.
Excited over here.
So
what happened to him? So
So-
he just pleaded guilty. He took a deal, or
He took a deal to get the death penalty because they couldn't convict him for any of the burglaries or the rapes because those have statute of limitations, which means only a certain amount of years after it happens
Okay.
can the government try and like come after you for it.
Is that true? That's
Yeah, it
true?
is. It's like 5
sadly,
years
it is.
for burglaries and I think rape as well. I think rape has to be it has to be reported within 3 years or something like that. It's really crappy, but there is no statute of limitations for murder. So they charged him with 13 counts of murder and 13 counts of kidnapping. He pled guilty to the 13 counts of murder just so he wouldn't have to go to trial because the trial was going to take like 10 years because of all the crimes and all the evidence, and it was going to cost hundreds of thousands of dollars.
No, millions of dollars,
probably.
yeah, millions of
millions
dollars.
and it
Why
was
would
just going
the
to be
tr-
too much
Why would the trial have taken 10 years? Why would it have
because
taken
of all
so
the
long?
crimes
Because of everything's been going on, and
and what's been going on,
But
and all the crimes
after
too.
one murder, can't you get the death penalty if you're guilty for one?
depending
or-
on what states, I believe. But this guy,
Well,
the-
California doesn't execute prisoners, but there are prisoners on death row in case the death penalty is reinstated.
Interesting.
So you can still get the death penalty, and it also has to do like if you're committing another crime while you're committing like rape or whatever, it turns like other stuff that would be misdemeanors into felonies and
So this guy's not getting the death penalty then?
no, but
he
he's
took a
74
plea,
years old. So,
in a way they saved themselves millions of dollars from taxpayers.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's still not gonna get out. He has how many life sentences does he have?
I didn't. They haven't charged him yet because they haven't
But,
like
yeah,
sentenced
I
him
mean,
yet.
he's
They haven't
gonna
had
be-
the
he's only
sentencing
the
yet. He
oldest
just pled
as hell.
guilty.
I think what is he in his 70s?
He's 74 years old.
So and you should have seen how he was acting in court. He was like
Oh, he's
acting
really
old
playing
and,
up the old man
playing-
thing.
Really?
Oh,
And
yeah.
How
some-
old is he now?
74.
Oh, wow.
And some people saw him riding a motorcycle like 4 days before he got arrested.
Yeah.
And then
Wait, when did he get arrested?
He just got
He just got arrested.
He just got arrested?
Yeah, they didn't know who he was.
Yeah, he was arrested
you-
and charged on April 24th, 2018.
Wait, so he was free for 40-something years?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
After
He
his
was,
murder?
yes,
Do you know
he was
how
running around.
the best part is how they caught him, how they matched his DNA, because the first thing they do with DNA is run it through like databases. So if you've ever been convicted of a crime, your DNA gets taken. Doesn't matter it matters what the crime is to a certain extent. Then if you've been released from prison, all these other things, like they'll have your DNA in a file, and they couldn't find any match anywhere, not even like a partial match. So they were hoping like maybe his son or his father will be in the system for committing a crime.
I saw a
But it
document-
wasn't.
I saw a documentary where he used to be a cop, and he's police chief or whatever.
Yeah.
He was a very weird, touchy person. He's like every time he talks to you, he's like just touching your face and feeling you and stuff. And he's like, dude, even my mother doesn't touch me that much. Like, you need he got fired right away, but he wasn't
I
a
would
cop
hope
for
so.
that long. But yeah, he was freaky.
This guy, Golden State Killer, was a cop too, by the way.
No, that's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
he was a cop. Let's see, I had that written down.
I don't think it was for long.
It wasn't for very long. No. He was a cop from 1973 to 1976. So he did, but the best part is he was part of the Joint Task Force for Burglary in Exeter, and they had a burglar that they think might have been him, but they haven't formally connected those to him yet. He got fired because he got caught shoplifting dog repellent and a hammer. and he got put on 6-month suspension and then fired after that.
That is
Wow.
interesting.
40
Yeah.
years free. That is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That-
I know.
They reverse engineered his family tree to find him, basically.
I mean, they found him.
Yeah.
Our hearts go for the victims, by the way. I hope this, in a way, gives you a little bit of closure. Damn, like it's been 40 years, but hey, they caught him.
I think closure would
Yeah.
be the victim's families taking
Yeah,
a
that's what I'm s-
baseball bat to his face.
That could work too. But
But
that
they
could
Free
work.
shot.
they matched his DNA, by the way, because even if you have like a match, you have to have like a physical match in order to like have the arrest warrant. They wiped the outside of his car handle door on his door for touch DNA, and then they went through his garbage once he put it on the curb and took a tissue
Golden
there.
State Killer, huh?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
There's a lot of documentaries about him.
There's another- yeah.
Really?
I think there's one on Hulu. There is
Okay.
a lot
There's
on
podcasts too. There's
Go check
so
out-
much
I remember-
information.
I just got done watching that Ted Bundy one.
YouTube. Oh
on
God, I
Netflix.
think I've seen a couple about
God,
Ted Bundy.
that made me angry. I'm like, how can you not connect these people?
Did you watch the movie about him? In
I
Netflix?
watched. Oh yeah, with Zac Efron.
That
too.
was a good.
It was good,
Zac
yeah.
Efron killed it.
Yeah, he did a good job. He got the
did
dead
a
eyes right.
Great job.
I just couldn't believe he hopped out of a court window to get escaped
The
the
second-
second,
Oh.
the
That's-
second time.
Dude, that was back in the 70s. If
Who
I don't want to
cares?
be
It
this
wasn't that
face-
long ago.
The
It wasn't that long
1840s.
ago. It was
Who
a-
escapes out of a courtroom window then runs
A
into the
second
mountain?
He was
Lord.
so charming that they really thought he wouldn't jump. they
Charming,
really
not
thought
but-
he wouldn't jump.
Right.
He had that like thing where he could just get people to trust him.
Trust him? No way. First time I saw him, I was like,
He was a
rapist.
freaky dude too.
I like little
Yeah.
boys. That's what I.
Well, thank you for that,
Don't even
Olivia.
get me started.
You're
on that.
Thank you very
Um,
much for the scoop.
You're welcome.
And now let's go into some sports.
Some good news, maybe.
So not
Lighten-
really, but
lighten up the mood.
start with the Nets.
Oh.
That's a mess over there.
I did. I
NBA
was
news.
here.
We're gonna start with the Brooklyn Nets. They have the 7th seed.
Aren't they under 500 and they got the 7th?
I think
Something.
somewhere
I
around
think
there.
they're like 4 or
That's the
5
East
games
for
under.
you.
That is the East for you.
5 players, maybe 6 players, will not be joining the team in Orlando. We got you, Kevin Durant. You got you, Kyrie Irving.
Those are 2 given, yeah.
DeAndre Jordan just tested
Yeah, I
positive
did
for
hear that.
COVID,
Mhm.
and we are sorry to hear that. Hopefully you get well, brother. Then you got Wilson Chandler, Nick Claxton, and Spencer
Dinwiddie.
Dinwiddie. So Dinwiddie, I don't know. He wasn't sick. He's just like a big mate. I don't think he had COVID. He just
Just doesn't want to play?
doesn't want to play.
Okay.
So, no, I mean 6 play. I feel like right now the NBA is just being shoved down our throats. In a way, like what are we gonna watch? A good team taking the Nets? Is that even a series worth watching?
No, it's really not worth watching.
It's not. A lot of players won't be going.
And even DeAndre Jordan, so he has COVID now, so it means he'd probably be symptom free by the time it started July 30th. In 1 month, that's when they tip
Yeah,
off.
they
July
said about
31st.
2 weeks.
Okay, 2
Yeah.
weeks, so that's 4 weeks away.
But he's still not gonna
so
go.
he would be COVID free,
Right.
symptom free before, but he still wouldn't be able. It's his choice, though. He
Let me-
decided he doesn't
Let
want
me
to
ask
play.
you
Right?
this. We know how NBA player goes. A lot of people are like, into their rhythm and into their style. They can't be leaving this bubble that they're going to be in.
No,
Can we trust NBA players not leaving that bubble?
I mean,
I'm just saying. We know what, now I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying there is a lot of young players and a lot of stuff because they can't even have their families around. They can't have their girlfriends, their wives, their kids, nobody around.
so you think their girlfriends are gonna stay at home, or you think
I
they're
don't,
gonna
I don't know.
have,
What are we talking about?
late
here?
night visit? I
I
don't know.
don't know exactly. This we don't think they're going to be sneaking out.
I mean, realistically,
all right.
they're not gonna go 3 months without seeing it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking
realistically
about.
speaking,
so
yeah.
why are we even going through this season? We've already been through a lot. There is more cases in the U.S. Florida is one of the first ones. Florida's getting worse and,
And it's
worse
getting
and worse.
worse, yeah.
Exactly in Florida, Texas, Florida, California, all these states are getting worse.
They are.
Why are
Florida,
they?
Florida is one of the like top 3 or 4,
Yeah.
right? With it's
Yep.
spiking.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Why are we? Hey, how bad PR would it be for the NBA if LeBron gets it? God forbid.
Mm-hmm.
God forbid. What if LeBron gets the COVID?
I could honestly see LeBron quarantine for 2 weeks
Mhm.
and then coming back. Because, the playoffs is, it's 2 months long?
Yeah,
Is
but
it
I don't know
not?
if he'll be allowed to come back. Why isn't DeAndre Jordan coming back?
That's his option, though. You're allowed to come back after
don't
you're
know.
symptom-free.
I don't
you
think
are
they
allowed-
want to risk it. But either way,
No, I see what you're saying, though.
it's a lot of players in one bubble.
Mm-hmm.
If one gets it, I'm not gonna say all of them,
But it spreads like wildfire, yeah.
it does
It
spread
spreads
like
quick.
wildfire. So why are we shoving this season? Just call it a scratch. Let teams money. I know it's all
what it
about
comes
that
down
green,
to. It
baby.
comes down to the TV deals. It's come down to staying relevant. I mean, it all comes down to money. That's what it comes down to.
Do you think it's about LeBron winning another championship?
I mean, it could. I mean, part of it is, but no, it's
Well, how old is LeBron now? 36, 7?
35.
Could you check?
he's 35 now. Yeah.
Sure.
Damn. Like
Hey, but they were playing very, very well before.
the Lakers?
Yeah, before COVID
Were they your
hit.
pick before it hit?
Oh yes,
Were
definitely
they?
100%.
You think they would have been
They beat
able
the
to
Bucks,
get through
they
the...
beat the Clippers. They were beating all
They
the
weren't beating
top-notch
the
teams.
Clippers. The Clippers
No,
beat them
right
more
before
times.
COVID, they
I
beat
know,
the Clippers.
but Clippers
yeah.
beat them 2 times. The
I
Lakers
know,
beat
that was
them once.
early on in the season, though. I
First-
think the Lakers really started clicking. I really did.
LeBron
They don't
James is
ha-
35 years
30.
old.
They don't have a good
35.
depth, I feel.
Well, now that Avery Bradley left, that's even weaker.
And,
You heard about
and
that
Dwight
news, right?
Howard, it's even...
Yeah, Dwight Howard's
Maybe.
a little bit iffy, yeah.
DeMarcus Cousins might be playing. We're not sure because we did hear that he was rehabbing and he wants to come back and play. Is he going to be at a good percentage?
Oh, the guy likes cheeseburgers.
He
so-
does like his...
I don't know.
Which takes me to my next... I'm sorry, what'd you say, Levy? Was he... How old is he?
35.
35. So he's
Yeah,
getting
he's
up there.
35.
So he's got maybe 2 good years at a high level.
Did they sign J.R. Smith? Or?
Not yet. So that was going to be my
Okay,
next news.
okay,
So
okay.
I think he is going to be signed with Avery Bradley being out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They need another guy, but is JR the answer?
I don't know if JR is ever the answer.
He's
but-
been out for what, a year now?
Well, was it? Well, I mean, I
He
guess
played the beginning of
he was
last
playing on
season.
Cleveland for a little bit, right? Or no?
Last season, I
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
thought. So yeah, we don't know if he's 100. I know they're gonna give him a tryout and whatever.
Yeah, of course.
But we're talking about the same dude that blew game 1 in the finals just a couple of years ago. Do you know what the score was?
He did not know the score.
Let's not forget about that.
I mean, you should have seen LeBron's face.
Exactly.
He's
Oh
real-
God, I can. That
He
was one of the
bleeding.
best sport moments.
My face
ever
was the
caught on
same too
camera.
because I had money on the Cavs in that
You
game.
always
when
have
it
money on
straight
all
up.
the games, so I'm not surprised. But could you believe that? Like,
Yeah.
are we talking about him as being a replacement to Avery Bradley? Because that's not really a good
Could he
replacement.
knock down some open threes? Yeah. I mean, he's not going to play defense.
But
obviously, the IQ of the game isn't.
they don't have
super high.
enough spot up shooters, and JR ain't the answer. Danny Green has been shooting a little better. I'll give him that. But
Well, Danny Green's proven though. He's done it on multiple levels
and
hit
he's won
many
a
big
couple
shots.
chips. Yes, I agree.
Hit many big shots. I
love-
think he's a pretty trustworthy
I'm a big
spot-up
Danny
shooter.
Green fan, and I thought the Spurs
But-
messed up big time when they let him go.
But to be, I mean, JR has been on that stage before, so it's not going to phase him. And he's played with LeBron. He knows exactly where LeBron wants him to be.
Right.
I mean, it is still a little bit of a perk. You do have to admit that. I mean,
Okay, I see where you're going, but damn, that's gonna be interesting to see another playoffs with J.R. Smith.
so so when the NBA restarts, then you're choosing the Clippers to win it all.
Okay, so it's a toss-up between the Clippers and the Bucks. The Lakers are definitely not my first pick.
Okay.
I don't. They're my like if I get. They're my third.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say my.
You
Yeah,
may have to make a side bet here on this. after
I'm
the
okay
show.
with that. Yeah,
Alright,
I
we
think
may have to do
Clippers
a
are my
friendly bet.
favorite. I didn't like the beating that the Bucks put on them. That first matchup they played, I believe it was in Milwaukee, if I remember right. And they put a beating on
Okay,
them.
besides who you think you want to win, who do you want to see in the finals? Who would you? Who would be
Depending
your top
on the
two?
depending on the bracket, are we still? Yeah, they're still mixing the East and the West, right?
That's actually a great question.
Yeah, I think they are. So I think originally, if things didn't get mixed up, the West was the West and the East was the West. The
East
East,
was the
sorry, the
West.
East was the East was the East and the West was the West. I thought it was gonna be a finals between the Bucks and the Clippers, because I didn't think Houston stood a chance. Lakers are a good team, but it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to do, because
what did you think about Houston, just before you skip over them real quick?
Same.
I know they were getting some success
Yeah.
after, they traded their big man.
Yep.
And they started going small ball. Do you think they have a chance, or?
I still don't trust Westbrook in the fourth quarter. That's the big problem, and it's a lot for Harden to do it all by himself. It's a lot on Harden.
Yeah, but Westbrook was playing a lot better small ball.
He was. I'll give you
playing a
that.
lot
Yes.
better. Gave him a lot more space to do what he wants.
If Westbrook gets, and we know how explosive Westbrook can be, if he's explosive, and
Well, he's always going to be explosive.
yeah, but I'm talking about that fourth quarter, because that's when the other Westbrook comes out, the emotional Westbrook comes out.
Yeah, but Harden's still doing most of the ball handling, though, so it still keeps
Right.
Westbrook in check, per se. I mean, basically what it comes down to, Houston's going to shoot 33s a game. It
Right.
depends,
Right.
It
If they're gonna
depends
go
on
win
how
or
cold
not.
they're going to go.
I agree with you 100%. That's why I can't really choose Houston. They are my sleeper team.
Of course, yeah.
If I get to choose two sleeper teams, it's gonna be Toronto, and it's gonna be Houston. Hey,
Toronto's a good
are
story,
playing
though. Oh, yeah, they play good ball.
Everybody thought it was the end of the story after Kawhi left. They're having a good season so far.
Yes, they are having a good season, but
They're not gonna win the whole thing.
no, it's not even. I mean, a sleeper team, maybe you want to choose Boston or something, but
No,
not
no.
over Toronto.
I like Toronto better than Boston. I do. I think they're playing like they want it more than Boston. I like Boston's score. I like their players. They have a lot of talent
I
in the
understand that,
roster.
but it also comes down to go-to player in the playoffs, and Toronto doesn't have that right now. They really don't have a go-to player. At least you could see with Boston, everyone's connecting well, and Tatum's
I see what you mean.
obviously he's not a
they're so
superstar
what?
yet, but
What are
he's
they?
budding.
Were
He's
they third
close.
seed or
Yeah.
second
Mhm.
seed in the playoffs?
Third, yeah.
Toronto.
I mean, it's Toronto.
I
yeah.
think they were second
They
or third.
Yeah, they were right around there. Yeah,
That's not bad.
No, of course.
For a team that
Uh-huh.
wasn't supposed to even make the playoffs, because everybody
Well, I
counted them
wouldn't
out.
say not
They
make the
lost
playoffs.
two good players, Danny Green and Kawhi Leonard. So not a lot of people thought they were going to have any good of a season. So hey, kudos to them, and it's going to be interesting to see them play. I got some an old bull, if that makes any sense, because we are from Chicago.
Old Chicago Bull.
Yeah, man.
Hit me with it. All right.
Noah.
Oh, Joakim.
He signed with the Clippers.
No, he did.
Yes,
he really
did.
get out of town.
Yep, he did sign with the Clippers.
He's my dude.
Yep. So
Oh.
he is officially on the roster now.
Wow.
How
He
you
signed
like
with
it?
the Clippers.
Yeah, he did. So
Did
it's
he
so
really?
interesting because they still start Zubac most games, and then they play on Montrezl Harrell most time. You know,
Yeah,
that's,
Harrell's- mhm.
but so where do you think? How do you think Joakim's gonna fit in that lineup?
Well, it's never bad to have another big man off the
Okay.
bench. I mean, Joakim's, even if you're playing Joakim 15 to 20 minutes a game, you know what he's going to
I don't
give
think
you.
he's gonna be playing that much
Okay.
with
He's-
Montrezl.
all right, give him 10, 15 minutes.
10,
He's going to
15
give you
maybe.
hustle. He's going to give you some offensive rebounds. He's going to give you energy.
Okay.
You know that. It could be a bias for me speaking,
Okay.
but I'm a huge Joakim Noah fan. I mean, obviously, being a Bulls fan, he was your
Right.
favorite player for.
Well, of course, we love
for
Dear
quite a
Rose and we
while.
love Noah.
But know what? With Joakim playing in Memphis, last season,
Right.
he had a decent stretch where he showed signs of the old Joakim. So it was good to see again.
It was
good to see.
interesting to see him with the Grizzlies. I mean, it was okay. Yeah, I thought he would have been more like old or out of touch. It
He's
was
still
okay.
What is he? He's still 7 feet tall.
That's true.
Still
But
a big body.
he had some bad injuries in his career.
He did.
There was times where
Oh, yeah.
I've read some things that he couldn't even lift his arms.
Mm-mm.
So hey,
And he had
man.
that foot injury, plantar fasciitis. I know that hurt him for a few years too.
Right.
So
Very happy for Joakim. I really hope you get a ring with the Clippers. I hope he gets a ring with the Clippers
he
because,
deserves
like you
a
said,
ring either way.
they had a good shot back when D Rose was during his MVP years. But hey, man, luck was not in our side.
Anytime you want to see me cry, just bring up those
I know.
Bulls years.
It's yeah. All right. Cam Newton,
Cam.
your newest New England Patriot.
I know.
You know what's sad?
Him going to the Patriots. That's what's sad.
No, not even. It's him signing for $7.5 million.
And that's with the full incentives, right? That's if
the
he's
minimum
healthy.
for QB.
That's the max. Yeah.
That's the.
I think.
Yeah.
No, they gave. Yeah.
Right.
I think they gave him like 1.8 million, the league minimum for a veteran.
Yep.
And then with full incentives, he could make up to that.
Yes.
So only a possibility.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So how you liking that?
I mean,
How
obviously, it's
how you liking him being with the Patriots, and how you liking how much he signed for?
Back a few months ago, when the Bears were looking for a quarterback,
Mhm.
obviously I wanted them to go after Cam because I knew he'd be dirt
Right.
cheap. I mean, we were paying Nick Foles $20 million a year, and we traded a 4th-round pick for him.
I don't like that. I don't like Nick Foles and the Bears. I don't think it's gonna work.
Obviously not.
Right.
I mean, I was obviously rooting for Cam,
Right.
but
we all wanted Cam in Chicago. We really wanted Chicago. We wanted Cam in Chicago.
I
think it would have
understand
been
why they went with Nick Foles. Definitely understand why.
Why?
It was a safer call.
Okay.
They ran the same offense in Philadelphia. They knew there'd be no training camps. Matt Nagy coached him before. The QB coach of the Bears coached him before in Philadelphia. Similar offenses. So they went with the safe call knowing there'd be no training camp. He really wouldn't have to learn a new playbook.
Okay.
With Cam, obviously he had to pass a physical. And with the corona, he couldn't. No one could test him physically. He still hasn't passed a physical for the Patriots yet.
Okay.
But either way, though, I think it's the amount of money the Patriots are paying him. It's low risk and could be very, very high reward. And especially Bill Belichick. I mean, look at the people he's won with. He won with Matt Castle,
Right.
11 and 5 year when Brady went out.
Mm-hmm.
He won with Jimmy Garoppolo.
He didn't play much. How many games did he play with Garoppolo?
4 and 0.
Right.
I mean,
Okay,
that's still
games.
winning. Oh, I'm just saying though, and he won with Jacoby Brissett as well. So I'm just saying, I feel like Bill is gonna be able to utilize Cam
So
pretty
do
well.
you see that Bill-Cam Newton relationship working? Because we know how Cam can be.
I do.
We knew he had some problems in
Of
the
course.
dressing room.
Of course he
we knew
did.
he had
That's
some
why
problems
most
with the
people-
coaches. But this is Belichick we're talking about.
Exactly. I don't know. I think in a way, Cam's coming into the Patriots as a newcomer. I think he's going to be humbled down. He knows it's not his team. In Carolina, he knew it was his team. He came in with a certain type of
Okay.
swagger. He's coming in there knowing no other team in the league took a shot on him. No other league. No other team. The Patriots were the only real team that showed interest.
Do we understand that Patriots are not what they used to be? Their team is not that good right now. They made a lot of trades in the last week.
Well, I
So-
understand they lost 4 defensive starters, but know what? With Bill Belichick, you have to he's still the greatest coach of all time. Trust me, I don't like saying this stuff.
Okay,
I do not want you
it
to
is my
think-
next question. Is this more of a Tom Brady versus Belichick kind of season? Because I feel like we've had the argument of Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Who does what? Who does this?
Exactly.
Whatever.
Is Brady a
But
system quarterback, or is it really who?
this is
deserves
not even
more-
about making the playoffs. This is who's gonna have the better record. Is it the Bucks? Is it the Patriots? I feel like that's who's gonna win that argument. I don't think Brady. Listen, Brady wants to always win another chip. Let's be very clear. But I'm pretty
They
sure
got
that.
the talent too.
But I'm pretty sure.
The Buccaneers have the talent too. That offense is
You
loaded.
think so? Oh.
Loaded.
Hey.
Brady.
I like
They have
AB in
Godwin.
that team.
They
There
have
haven't been
Edwards.
any serious talk with AB. I know he's a lot of trouble.
They
AB.
don't even need AB.
They
They have
do.
Godwin. They have Evans. The
If
two
they
best
add
receivers in the
AB
game.
in that offense, it's a wrap. And AB will sign for whatever money you give him. I'm just telling you.
And
I'm
then
just,
he's gonna get
I'm
suspended
I'm
again.
just throwing it out there. Right now, AB got something to prove.
Okay, so who do you think will have the better record this year? The Patriots?
I think the Bucks.
Okay.
Either way, they're gonna have because I like Cam, and this is not a shot at Cam. I don't trust New England's team. I haven't seen them making any good moves besides the Cam move. They don't have a good defense, a great defense, and they
I'd
don't.
say above average defense.
Okay,
I know
above
they lost a
average.
few starters, but it's still going to be above average. You got to remember, Bill Belichick, who was raised as a defensive coordinator,
Oh, no,
he was a
no.
defense coordinator in
I'm
the
not
80s.
arguing
You
that.
know he's going to drop something.
I'm just talking about a defense that is going to get him a better record then the Bucks, one, and number two, a better defense that is gonna help them make it to the playoffs.
You also have to remember the division the Patriots are in. They still play the Dolphins twice a year.
I agree. So
and they still play the Jets twice a year.
I agree. So I think playoffs is
Look who
definitely
is
in there.
Tom Brady's division. Drew Brees, Matt Ryan, and then who knows what Teddy Bridgewater is yet, but he has shown some flashes.
Oh no, I agree. I think
that's a tough division.
Yeah,
the Buccaneers are not
I like
winning
Teddy. I
that
don't
division.
mind Teddy. I like watching him play. I still don't like that they went with him instead of Cam because I'm a big fan of Cam Newton. But that's going to be an interesting season. I'm happy that Gronk went over there. It's going to be interesting seeing Gronk back.
It is good to see Gronk back.
We all love Gronk. Whether you're a Patriot fan or not, man, Gronk is very animated. And we love seeing that's...
And he loves football.
He really loves football. And yeah, we're big fans of Gronky over here.
So... Overall, you predict the Buccaneers will have a
better season than the Patriots.
Okay.
I think so. Unless if they make some big moves in the next couple weeks or months or whatever, I think the Bucs might have a better season. You liking your Bears right now? Do you think they're gonna make the playoffs?
Oh boy,
that's a rough one.
Boy,
that's a rough one. Because you still got Aaron Rodgers in that division.
Oh, we still and
and
we
you
still
never
got the
know.
Vikings in the division. I mean,
wild card maybe.
I honestly think our defense is still going to be pretty strong.
Right.
I do think Nick Foles will be the starter. Okay. I have been a Trubisky hater since day one.
Trubisky, with all due respect, you're garbage. You're hot garbage. We don't like ya.
Since day one, I've had many arguments with my friends who had Trubisky's back, but I swear, watching that guy throw a football, I mean, there's something in the NFL that you can't teach, and that's deep ball accuracy.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't teach deep ball accuracy, and I swear some of his throws, they're just not throws by NFL QBs. So.
I got a good question for you. If you had to choose right now, this is gonna be a good one.
Why do you find this so funny?
Rex Grossman, Jay Cutler, Trubisky, from best to worst.
I'd take Jay Cutler hands down
over Grossman and
over both. Yeah, I mean statistically.
Hey, listen, Trubisky is still garbage, but I think Cutler is a bigger garbage than you are.
Oh, no,
I can't stand Cutler.
Cutler stayed in the league for 12 years.
He had talent, but he had a garbage personality.
Doesn't matter.
You're a QB, man.
At least he could throw the deep ball. I mean, yeah, he had a garbage personality, but that doesn't matter. It's hard to start in the league for 12 years. I mean, what's Trubisky? He's in his fourth year. Is he even going to make it out of his fourth year?
Oof, I don't think so. I don't know, man.
Is he? Why
he got his $30 million?
Why would the Bears trade a fourth-round pick and pay this guy $20 million a year for him to ride the bench?
Right.
Come on. I know it's an open competition, but
I agree.
No team who wants to contend is going to trade a valuable draft pick and pay that kind of cap.
So you think his NFL career is just over after this?
I mean, maybe he starts a few games at the beginning of the season, but I don't see it. I think they're riding with Foles. I really do. Maybe.
I hope Foles doesn't get injured. Please don't get injured. I mean,
he's never made it through a full season.
He hasn't, and that's my biggest worry. That's my biggest worry, man.
The Bears' defense is going to be great, though. I mean, honestly, I probably predict them around 7-9, and I think that's being generous, just because I can't see the offense producing. I mean,
yeah. So no playoffs again this year. That's gonna be rough. That's gonna be rough. Okay, Odell Beckham was asked if the talks with New England are any serious, and he was like, "Nope, I don't want to talk about that. I've got unfinished business over here." You liking that? You liking that attitude from Odell?
It's about time. He's not creating any drama.
Hey, we love Odell. He's one of the best players in the NFL when his mind is right. And I feel like that's what has been Odell's biggest problem is just finding himself. And
but to his credit, he still produces week in and week out. I know he had a little bit of down year in Cleveland, but that's mostly due to Baker and the offensive line issues.
You liking that duo between Baker and Odell?
What am I liking the duo? I mean, it's only been 1 year. I mean, I think this year is really what we're going to see if they shine or not.
Okay.
Because they signed a few offensive linemen. They're going to give Baker time. They signed a tight end, Hooper, from Atlanta.
Okay.
I mean, this should really open things up. I mean, this is a make or break year for Baker.
So
just like last year was a make or break year for Trubisky. He had all the weapons. He had everything he needed.
Okay.
This year, Baker's got everything.
I agree with you on that one. So is this, as of right now, do you think the Browns are going to be in the playoffs? That's going to be a rough one. Their division is not so bad.
I know their division is good. Obviously, you got to see the Steelers bouncing back because Big Ben's back.
Ben, yep.
I mean, the Ravens still are pretty strong. They only improved through the draft.
That's exactly why I asked you, because I don't see anyone taking it away from the Ravens.
If it is, they'd sneak into second wild card. I don't know. I mean, Baker would really have to make some strides. What we saw last year, it didn't look good. I mean, he got scared in the pocket a lot. He tried to outrun defensive ends. It just wasn't working for him. He looked small and he
might get
slow.
benched if he has like 3 bad games in a row, and mostly in the beginning of the season.
I mean, I don't know if Baker's going to make that big of a jump, but the weapons are there for him. Again, they have a new coach again, so it's a new system again. But I see them around 8-8, 9-7. I mean, that's where I pegged them at.
Yeah, I get what you're saying in a way, but that's going to be interesting because I'm really hot on the Ravens.
There's a lot of good NFL storylines. I could go all day on this.
I'm hot on the Ravens. I think, actually, the Ravens might be my pick to win the whole thing this year.
I could see that. It comes with risks, though.
It does.
Anytime you have a running quarterback, as much as you run Lamar Jackson, it always brings out a big amount of risk.
I had to put in my bet today, it would be, I don't want to say I do like the Chiefs a lot too, but if I had to pick one team, it'd be the Ravens.
Okay, well, I'd have to go with the greatest QB of all time, which is Patrick Mahomes, the GOAT, first ballot Hall of Fame. Man, he's amazing.
He's amazing.
He's the only player in the league where whatever I'm doing, I will stop. I even turned off some Bears games just so I could watch that guy play.
And that's hard for you.
I don't even...
Trust me, it's very hard for him.
Even when, like, in Philadelphia, when we had -9 yards at halftime, I still sat there watching. And my girlfriend, Mariah, of 6 years, she's like, why are you putting yourself through this?
Right.
I'm like, babe, the good years are coming. Yeah, I remember telling my mom that 20 years ago. I was like, don't worry, Mom, they're coming. They're coming.
They're still not here. We're waiting patiently.
Hey, it paid off for the Cubs. I sat there through the tough years.
God, 100 years.
You cannot leave your team no matter how bad it is.
Excuse me, 108 years.
Oh, God. I don't know if I have it in me to be waiting 108 years. Have you seen my lifestyle? I don't know if I have 70 years, but that's for a different day. Okay, so going back to the Cam Newton thing, someone else had something to say about that. Richard Sherman.
I did see that.
You saw that?
I did.
You saw his tweet? Mm-hmm. It was like,
I did.
What was his tweet? It's like, how many former league MVPs had to sign the minimum, asking for a friend? And I agree with that.
Did he say that? Asking for a friend?
He actually did. That's Richard.
It's a little funny though.
Oh God,
Richard. He added some humor to
Richard Sherman is one of the funniest dude ever. I agree with him, man. Going back to the whole Cam Newton problem. I don't know. It's a 1-year deal. 1-year deal.
But
he is a former MVP.
I understand that, but I think this is good for Cam. The 1-year deal. This is a prove it year for him.
But if he doesn't make the playoffs, his career is done.
This is a prove it year. But I think New England and Bill is going to set him up. They're going to set him up for success. They're going to do everything they can. They have a few nice they got some offensive weapons. They got Edelman. Did you see Did you see Brady what he tweeted, by the way?
No.
Edelman tweeted at Cam saying, "Hey, Cam, let's get back to work." You know. And then Brady did a little subtweet. I'm not on Twitter yet, so but I saw the subtweet and Brady was like, "Hey, just don't ever forget that I'll always be your number one." Winky face. They had me cracking up. It had me cracking up.
That's actually a good one.
Yeah,
it's
it
nice
is.
To see like
Brady let him know,
right,
hey, Cam may be your side piece, but I'm your number one.
I'm the main chick.
I'm the main chick.
I'm the main chick over here. That it is going to be a very interesting NFL season.
But if Cam does have a great year, I mean, he's going to get a multi-year contract and he's going to get paid what he's worth.
Right.
This is a prove-it year. He's been hurt for the last 2 years. I understand what Sherman's saying. I know he's trying to stir up a little controversy, but I think Cam is still young. So 1-year deal, he'll be 32. He could sign a 4 or 5 year deal if he proves it.
Well, New England's got some more problems. So they just
Oh, my God.
they got some more
Cheating
problems.
again.
Mm-hmm.
Cheating again.
So they got finally fined from what they did versus the Bengals. They got fined 1.1 mil, which is not a lot.
What were
Whatever.
they? What game were they filming? What
Like the Bengals game, which is come on. Why would you want to film the Bengals
I don't know.
game?
That's what I was wondering
I
too.
don't
If you're
get
gonna
it.
film
The
someone, film the Chiefs or someone.
It's not
the
like the Ravens, the
Yeah,
Chiefs.
exactly,
I get
right?
that. The Bengals?
Mhm.
That's just, I don't know. That's just pure crazy to me. But anyway, so they got fined 1.1 million. They lost their 2021 third round draft pick.
That's a tough one too.
No, it is a tough one. The New England television production crew will not be allowed to shoot any games during the 2020 season, means they cannot contest any calls, any penalties.
And they cannot cheat.
Well, forget the change.
Yeah, I
you know,
know.
those penalties, they help big time.
Wait, they can't. They still could challenge penalties.
I don't
no?
think so.
No, they still could challenge
Well, if
penalties.
there's no camera crew up there.
No, it's they still could from the national TV. They still could challenge. There's no way they would eliminate all the challenges. There's 0% chance of that.
No.
They're just
no. They can't have any crew up there. You know what I mean? Because they gotta be standing by the whatever they're calling them.
They still
nowadays.
could watch. Okay, they still could watch the national televised game. It's not like they're taking away the challenges. They're just saying they can't. Yeah.
No, they're not taking away their. But you know when they're
I get what
actually
you're
airing,
saying.
you know there is actually they're a little off by a couple seconds when they're airing it on
Okay,
TV.
so you're saying that may affect.
Oh,
Okay,
big
I
time.
see.
It might definitely affect their penalties. So that's going to be very interesting to see as well. But, like I said, we're very excited about the next season.
Very exciting.
Very excited. Okay, now to some soccer news. The
Okay.
good news is that today Barca drew Atletico Madrid, and that is
I
their
saw,
second game
yeah.
in a row. They just drew Celta Vigo, and they drew Atletico Madrid. There is problems at the Barcelona dressing room.
Is there?
Oh God, there's
What's
a lot of
going
drama.
on?
There's a lot of drama, and oh God, I gotta calm down for this one because you know I'm not the biggest Messi fan. So, and this is the reason why I'm not
we
the
all know
biggest
that,
Messi
yeah.
fan, and I want to be very clear about that. We're gonna go back last summer. Griezmann signed with Barcelona.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. He wanted Neymar instead. We get that. They couldn't get Neymar. They signed Griezmann. You know how much I love Griezmann. I love watching Griezmann with the national team. I loved watching him with Atletico Madrid. I get it. He's not him right now
Oh, of
at a
course,
new
but
team.
still a
whatever.
hell of a
but it's
player.
not. But it's not like he was welcomed from Messi, and you could feel it. You could feel how Messi is with Suarez and how Messi is with Griezmann. It's a completely different relationship, and that's been affecting with Griezmann's game. I'm pretty sure when the best player in the team doesn't like you, you're not gonna be 100% out there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so.
And you may not be there for long.
And you might not be there for long because this is, by the end of the day, Messi's team. So they had problems. They were okay. So Griezmann is not even starting anymore. He didn't start in the Celta Vigo game, and he got brought up, I think, in the last 20 minutes, and you could just tell that players weren't happy about it. Messi mostly wasn't happy about it. So this is why I don't like Messi very much. I respect his game. I got a lot of respect for his game, but I just don't like when somebody sells me on something, and he is actually something else. Don't give me that shy, I'm a nice guy, I'm a timid guy, and then you're like, you know what, in the dressing room. Don't do that.
Go behind your back and talk.
Don't do that. I'm not saying, you know, Ronaldo's perfect or whatever, but at least you get what you see with Ronaldo. You get the cockiness, you get
You
whatever,
sure do.
you get the full package.
You know
in
what
front
you're
of
getting.
You know what you're getting with Ronaldo.
You know what you're
with
getting.
Messi, he's like, you know, acting, giving his little wink, whatever. And then what?
Your hatred
Oh.
for Messi's coming out a little bit.
I don't
here.
like him.
You're not
I
too
really
neutral. It's
because
all
right
Yeah,
now
I
he's
gotcha.
messing with one of my favorite players. I love Griezmann, and right now because of how Griezmann is playing right now, this might be messing with next year's Euros because if you don't play, you're not
Yeah.
gonna get a spot in the national team. You might
But
not.
there's no way Griezmann's not getting a spot.
Hey man, you never know.
I mean, yeah, France is loaded, but
Deschamps
there's
freaking
no
benched
way.
Griezmann for. I'm sorry, Benzema for good. He's not coming back because of all that controversy and all those problems that happened in the past with
yeah, but that was
Benzema.
also off field though. I mean, Griezmann's pretty.
Hey, Benzema's been putting some work lately, and you know I'm hard on Benzema.
You are very hard on Benzema, yeah.
He's been putting some work lately. You need to see how he's been playing. He's been passing. He's been scoring. Benzema has been playing amazing since we came back from the corona. Matter of fact, I think they've been winning so much because of Benzema. He's been.
And you don't say that often.
I don't.
You don't.
I'm
You
really
do not
harsh
say that often.
on Benzema, big time. But he's been playing some great soccer lately. Kudos to Benzema, and I really hope he keeps going on the track he is right now. Good for him.
Now, when does that start out, the Champions League?
In the summer, I
In the summer?
think
Okay.
sometime in July or August.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, I think something. But anyway, so going back to the Madrid Barca thing, now Barca have been slipping up because they just dropped 4 points between two games because they drew
I
one and they
saw
drew the
that.
second one, and now their Madrid is up by a point and they played one less games
One
than
less
Barcelona.
game, too.
Yes.
Okay, so they got a game in the hand, too.
So
okay.
that means if they win they got 6 games left. All they need is 5 more.
Wow.
5 more W's.
And then that's it, huh?
And they're gonna get their
And they seal it up.
34th La Liga title.
I don't
believe.
even know.
So that's gonna be they have 33, and that will be their 34th. That's gonna be very, very interesting to see. Good luck to Madrid. Love you guys.
You sure do.
No, God, I love me some Madrid. Okay, so one more soccer news.
Okay.
Robben decided to come back from retirement.
Did he really?
Mhm.
Wow.
At 36 years old, he's gonna be
At
playing.
36. Where's he going?
He's going to FC. I don't know if I'm
Okay.
gonna say it right. FC Groningen. They're in Holland. They are
Okay.
they're like 9 or 10 right now in the table. It's
Okay.
not the most. It's not like a solid team, but you know
How's that league in general? How would you rate it?
Amsterdam has been doing well
Yeah.
in the Champions League every year, so you know, good for them.
Mm-hmm.
They're losing. They lost last year some key players, and they're losing some. The Ziyech is going to Chelsea next year, so that's going to be interesting to see as well. But besides that, hey, kudos to Amsterdam. They've been playing well.
He was always so fun to watch with the ball.
Who?
Robben.
Oh God, he was fast.
Mhm.
And he could.
Sneaky fast. You know,
Sneaky
you
fa-
wouldn't look at the guy and think like, you know, like.
That's the beauty about that Bayern team. You had Ribéry in one side, you
Oh, I
had
know,
Robben in one
both of
side,
them.
and they were both freaky fast.
I mean, they weren't both great on looks, but they could play some solid
could
football.
play
though.
some-
Oh, they really
They
could.
play-
That was fun to watch.
And they had
both
to
of them
stay
on the
healthy.
wing.
That was their
Mhm.
biggest problem. Ribéry got injured a lot in his career. Robben got injured a lot in his
They were
career.
both very fun to watch with the ball, though.
But you
It's
got,
just
dude,
very fun to watch.
you gotta watch the story where Ribéry popped Robben in the face.
Really?
Oh God, because Ribéry doesn't mess around. He's a very nice dude and whatever.
You don't look like a nice dude.
Yeah, well, hey, but Robben, I think he messed with him in the dressing room one day, and all you see is like Ribéry
Fists
put
were
it.
flying?
No, one fist. There wasn't too many
Oh,
fists.
just
That's all
one
it took.
fist. Oh,
That's
wow.
it.
Okay.
One fist in his eye, and you could see like Robben with a blue eye. You could
Oh,
actually Google it. It
Really?
was
How long
very-
ago did this happen? Just a few
Years ago.
Years ago?
Yeah,
Okay.
years ago.
Back on Bayern?
Ribéry apologized for it and stuff, but it's just interesting to see like two players getting into it like that. But
I couldn't even imagine playing with a guy after he punched me in the face. I couldn't
yeah,
even imagine.
I don't think
putting
there
that-
is enough sorries in the
No,
world.
that'd be something that'd be hard to put aside.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
It'd
Like
be
when you
hard
put
to
in
put
when you
aside.
put your hands on me, I think that's when the relationship is.
Oh yeah,
over.
that's a whole new level.
That's it. It's
I
done.
mean, me and you have gotten heated plenty of times. but
Never
we've
put.
never
We
even
never
thought
put
about
in.
it,
No,
though.
we never put
Never even
fingers on
crossed
each
our
other.
mind.
Yeah, no,
That's
never.
that's a boundary that's not okay to cross.
Exactly. Yeah. You know,
Right.
no
Yeah.
how matter
You don't-
teammate, friend, whatever. That's just something self-control.
You don't cross those boundaries, and when you do, it's just hard coming
gets
back
ugly.
from it.
It
I know a
gets
lot of
ugly.
people try explaining it like, oh, he's like my little brother. or what-
No.
no, f that. No, you don't put. No,
No.
you don't. You just don't. You don't hit friends or whatever. Well, this is a wrap for our second show.
Already, huh?
Already, so
That went
we're
quick.
gonna try to like shorten them a little bit. We did a hour 10. The last time, how many minutes did we do
We're
today?
at 54.
Damn,
Well,
so
wait till
pretty
football
long.
season. You may
Okay.
get me going for. We're
Yes,
gonna have
so it's
maybe
gonna be
three-
like, if we're doing an hour now, like it's nothing, when the NFL and the NBA start, it's gonna be hard to get
It's
off
gonna be hard to stop. Yeah.
these months. We are going to be shooting our next episode on Friday, so look out for that. And please stay tuned. You can look at the descriptions for our social media pages. We're gonna have our Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube channel on there. Always good seeing you guys.
Of course, it was fun as always.
Fun as always.
We'll see
Olivia,
you
got
guys on
something to
Friday.
say?
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Alrighty, it's a wrap.
Have a
Thank
wonderful
you.
day. Bye.